We are the 10th Legion, exiles from a dying empire who founded the Kingdom of Ebb. For 400 years, we guided and protected our people. We gave them peace, prosperity, fair judgment. Some say it was the death of the old king that turned the people against us. That it was Jane Cascinder who took up the sword and drove us from our chapter houses and estates. I was not there for the final battle, when the last of our legion faced Jane Cascinder beneath the boughs of an ancient, hallowed tree. Nor do I know what power she called upon in that forest to murder my comrades and friends. After that, the forest was changed, twisted and ruined. Only Jane walked out of that place alive. 30 years have passed since the Legion was destroyed, and Ebb has suffered in that time. War rages without end between Jane Cascinder in the east and the royal family in the west. A few sons and daughters of the Legion remain. You are one of their number. I write to you, my young friend, with urgent news. I have always believed that you are special. Ever since I found you as a child at the edge of the forest where the Legion died. If you are truly an Archon, a creature of legend, as you seem to be, then you are a sign of hope to me. And it's no accident that you fell into my care. As the last survivor of the Legion, I've tried my best to keep you safe and to teach you the ways of your kind. But Jane Cascinder still hunts for the sons and daughters of the Legion, and for all those we hold dear. Now I fear that her spies may be getting close. We cannot delay any longer. We still have a chance to join together, rebuild the Legion, and take our country back from Jane Cascinder before it's too late. The sons and daughters of the Legion are gathering in the north at the old Mont Baron estate. I urge you to join us in the Valley of Rukenval as quickly as you can. Help us restore all that was lost. Your faithful friend, Odo.
was afraid everyone else was dead. Are you all right?
I'm fine. But who are you? Have we met?
No. But Odo's told me stories about you. The warrior maid who fights with a spear. My name is Martin Guiscard, and I'm a friend of Odo's, and a son of the Legion.
I didn't see Odo upstairs. Could he still be alive?
I hope so. If he did get out, maybe some of the others are with him. Damn, they found us again. We can't wait any longer. I've set a trap. 3 kegs of gunpowder on the bridge below. Thought I'd cover my escape if they found me. All we need to do is light the fuses. Come on, to the bridge. Go on, light the fuses. Two more to light. Hurry. And the last.
The Mount Baron estate burned, and with it my dream of a reborn 10th Legion. Or so I thought. I did not know that you and Martin Guiscard had escaped the destruction. As you fled into the night, you bore with you the future of the Legion. Pursued by enemies, fleeing toward an uncertain fate, you made your way across the empty leagues of the Rukenval. Throughout the journey, you were driven by a single hope, that others had survived the devastation, and that they reached the safety of the Rukenval chapter house. It was a slender hope, to be sure, but even a small hope can warm a man in the cold dark of night. As long as you drew breath, the 10th Legion yet lived, but your foes pressed close about, hunting you. The fate of the Legion, the fate of Ebb itself, rested with you.
I know this part of the valley. We've come a long way. I think we're close to the old Legion chapter house. If any of our friends are still alive, that's where they'll be.
The Legion had a chapter house here? In this valley?
They built chapter houses in every part of Ebb, even in remote places like this. They were strongholds where legionnaires would meet, sometimes in fellowship, sometimes for war. You should have seen the Grand Chapter House in Stonebridge, headquarters for the whole Legion. My father took me inside it once.
Tell me about the attack. What do you remember?
Odo sent letters to all the descendants of the Legion. He wanted to gather them here, train them as legionnaires, and take back the country. Most had already arrived when the mercenaries found us. They surrounded the estate. Must have killed the men who were on watch. They smashed through the windows and the doors, slaughtered everyone they could find. Then they set fire to the house.
How many people were in the estate when you were attacked?
Almost 40. All sons and daughters of the Legion. Some of them had fought in the wars, but the rest, they were no match for those soldiers. We can hope that a few survived, but most of them are dead. Our enemies didn't seem interested in prisoners.
Did you see what happened to Odo?
No. I lost sight of him when the fire started. But we agreed to meet at the old chapter house if anything went wrong.
Those mercenary soldiers. Have you fought them before?
They were Leskanzi, I think. A wandering people. From the desert in the north. I have no idea who sent them here. Leskanzi will fight for anyone who pays them. No, our real enemy hasn't shown himself. Or herself. Not yet.
That's enough about the attack for now.
Right. Maybe Odo can tell us more. If he's alive.
I've never been here before. Does this valley have a name?
They call it the Rukenval. It's hard country. Not easy to control, even with an army. That's why Odo chose this place. He thought we'd be safe here, while we trained a new legion.
How many people live out here?
Only a few. There's a village, Raven's Rill. Most of the people are hunters and trappers, from all I've heard. Pilgrims and merchants used to come here before the Legion fell. Made the town rich. But that was years ago, when the roads were still safe.
You said this is hard country. Are there any dangers I should know about?
Spiders. They're as large as a man, and they're smart. They'll ambush travelers on the road. And there's worse things in the forest. Have you heard of the Dakenware? The Beast Lords? In other parts of Ebb, they're only stories. Out here, believe me, they're all too real.
Were the Montbarons the only Legion family in the valley?
No. The Gundrics had a manor here too. They were an old family, and they were here long before the Montbarons. Stefan Gundrick didn't stand with the Legion at the end. I never heard what happened to him or his family.
Thank you. That's all I need to know about the valley.
Sorry I couldn't tell you more. I've only been here for a few weeks myself.
Let's keep moving. We can talk more later.
You're right. The chapter house isn't far. Follow me. If our enemies knew we were at the estate, they may have guessed that we'd make a run for the chapter house. No help for it, though. That's where we agreed to meet. We'll have to stay sharp. They could come for us anywhere, at any time. Military camp. Less Kanzi by the look of it. Can't be a coincidence. Let's look around. So, there's a bounty on our heads. Their bridge to the chapter house. We might find out what they're planning. That's all of them. Let's head back to the chapter house. Looks like trouble up ahead.
Huh? What's this? Oh, well. Looks like I'll make some decent coin for this job after all.
Out of the way. We have no business with you.
Spoken like a woman of the 10th Legion. Arrogant and foolhardy. Lucky for me, I found you first. That means I'll get a handsome bonus for your heads.
You murdering scum. You'll have no bonus for my head.
Lively up, boys. It's time to earn some gold.
I've been shot. By that bastard with a gun. If we're lucky, Odo is on the other side of this gate.
You're alive? Both of you? I thought I was the only one left.
Odo, you made it. But where are...
The others? The men and women I've kept safe for 30 years? Dead. All of them.
You don't seem hurt. How did you get out?
I rounded up a few of our people. The only ones who hadn't been killed. Renaud, Hannah, and one of the twins from Drakenberg. Giles, I think. We jumped from the second floor of the house, made a break for the woods.
Tell me the rest.
Some of the mercenaries saw us. They fired their guns. I heard one of the others cry out. Then there were more Leskanzi in front of us. We tried to fight our way through. By the time it was over, the others were dead. All I could do was make my way here.
Do you have any idea who's behind this?
I can think of a few possibilities. Jane Cassinder, for one. As long as we're alive, we're a threat. A symbol of the nation she destroyed. And there's the royal court, or what's left of it. They may still blame the Legion for the old king's death.
That's two possibilities. Any others?
Anyone who stands to profit from civil war and bedlam. That's a long and formidable list.
Who else could have survived? We need to find them.
What about Lucas Montbaron? I didn't see him at the gathering. He wouldn't have known to meet us here, and he might still be alive.
And there's another survivor, too. The half-blood Leskanzi girl. I couldn't convince her to join us before, but things are different now. Might have been one or two others who hadn't arrived yet when we were attacked. Hard to say.
What do you know about the Leskanzi woman? You say she has Legion blood, but is she really on our side?
She'll be a delicate problem. I don't expect her to join us. Not yet.
We can't trust her, Odo. She's unpredictable, undisciplined, and...
Doesn't matter. If there's Legion blood in her veins, she's family. I won't forsake her.
I thought the Montbarons were dead and gone.
All but one. Lucas is the youngest son of the old Grand Master, Hugh Montbaron. He was born just before the Legion's fall. Raised by friends of the Legion, passed from household to household to avoid Jane Cassinder's spies.
If they're alive, I'll find them. Martin, you'd better stay here.
I agree. You're bleeding, Giscard, and you can barely stand up. I'll do what I can for Martin, but he'll be no help to you, not like this. I'm sorry. You'll be on your own until you find the others.
You know this valley better than me. Where could they have gone?
Raven's Rill. It's the only town in the valley. The people here stayed true to the Legion, even when the rest of Ebb turned against us.
I'll head for Raven's Rill, then.
The town is west of here. Cross the bridge and turn right at the crossroads. Try to find Lazar Basili, the town boyar. He's an old friend and he'll help us if he can. And be careful. Those mercenaries are still here in the valley. Keep your eyes sharp and come back safe.
You're a Legionnaire, aren't you? Bad idea coming here.
Why would you say that? Is there trouble in the village?
The Rill is an occupied town. I'm not sure how you got this far with all the Lascanzi about.
I dealt with some mercenaries. They were a nuisance, nothing more.
Won't matter. The Lascanzi have the village surrounded, and they've fortified the upper town. It's a lost cause.
Do you know where I can find Lazar Basili?
No, I haven't seen him. Not since the mercenaries got here. Some of the folk in town may know more, but I doubt they'll tell you.
And why is that?
They're scared. The Lascanzi have already killed one of our constables, and now they're asking a lot of questions about Legionnaires. Everyone knows the Legion is finished. It would be foolish to help you.
Are you going to let me pass or not?
I've no orders to stop you. Open the gates!
You're with the Legion. Maybe my luck isn't as wretched as I thought.
What are you doing out here?
I was trying to haul some goods south to Stonebridge, but the whole valley's crawling with Lascanzi mercenaries. A whole pack of them set on me up the road and stole my wagon.
I have a score of my own to settle with these mercenaries. I'll get your wagon back.
You may have just saved me from debtor's prison, friend. Don't think I won't repay this kindness. Get my merchandise back, and I'll reward you. And of course, you'll get a discount on anything you might want to buy. That'll teach those thugs to harass innocent merchants on the road. You have my thanks, and I suppose I can offer you this as well. If you're looking to buy, just step on up to the wagon and have a look. I'll give you a good price.
Please, I just want to be left alone. Can't a widow grieve in peace?
How did your husband die?
The mercenary filth marched in and took over the Rill. My husband Vaclav was a constable here in town. Vaclav spoke out against the invaders, and one of the bastards ran him through without a second thought. Murdered him in cold blood. A curse on all Laskanzi.
This murderer needs to be brought to justice. Who was it?
I heard the others cheer his name. Boris, as he... I beg you, Legionnaire, avenge this wrong. Avenge my husband!
I met Boris in the forest. He won't assault anyone again. Ever.
The peace I sought was not for me. With his death avenged, Vaclav's soul will find its way to the river. There exists a debt between us now, Legionnaire. One of blood and kin. What can an old woman do to repay such a debt?
I need to know where I can find Lazar Basili.
Ah, Lazar. Haven't seen him since the Laskanzi arrived. He may be dead, but Grigori would know for certain. Those two are thick as thieves.
Anything you can spare to help our cause would be welcome.
Take this. It was Vaclav's. I know he would want you to have it.
I must go.
Farewell.
You're in danger. I can help you, but we must be discreet. Pretend that you know me. We're old friends, yes? Confidants? Sharing secrets about our lovers?
Danger? The town seems quiet.
This town is a trap. An army of Laskanzi mercenaries is hiding in the Upper Rill, behind the walls. More of them are in the forest, outside of town. They wait for you, and for your friends. The woman who hired them, she's not taking any chances.
I'm listening. Tell me the rest.
Follow the western road out of town. My sister is waiting for you in a cave there. Her name is Leona. You would do well to speak to her.
Very well. I'll find your sister and see what she has to say.
We shouldn't be seen together. I'll take a different path and meet you later, if I can.
News of your deeds spread quickly throughout the town. Perhaps the Legion is not as feeble as the Laskanzi would have us believe. I know you've been asking about Lazar. Turns out he had some correspondence with a rather elusive Legionnaire, someone called Odo. That did not sit well with the woman who hired the Laskanzi. She locked poor Lazar in one of the holding cells beneath the town hall.
The town hall? And where is that?
It is in the upper part of town, but you'll not be able to reach it. The Laskanzi have fortified the upper town, and they are letting no one inside.
How do you know about this alleged correspondence with the Legion?
I wrote most of the letters myself. I have been Lazar's clerk for almost 20 years now.
The Legion doesn't abandon its allies. Lazar will have his freedom.
If you truly mean to save Lazar, I am at your service. What would you have me do?
Carry a message to Odo in the old Legion chapter house. Tell him what's happened to Lazar.
If it will aid my friend, I shall do as you ask. You'd best be off before any Lascanzi brigands spot us conspiring against them.
I heard that everyone in the Legion was killed, yet here you stand. Perhaps you can help me. When the Lascanzi took the town, one of their leaders stole something of great importance.
What did the Lascanzi take from you?
A small golden statue of Azurnai. It's been in my family for generations. It's the most valuable thing I own. Or owned, as it were. A Lascanzi sergeant burst into my home and just took my statue from its shrine. Then he threatened to kill my wife, if I said so much as a word.
I'll find your property if I can. Do you know the name of the thief?
They called him Ottokar, I think. He camps with the rest of the mercenary scum in the forest to the west.
Have a care with all that boot stomping. You'll scare the fish.
If the fish aren't biting here, why not find another spot?
I don't need to find another spot. I know the best fishing hole in the valley. Problem is, I just can't fish there no more. Something nasty took up residence in my favorite pond. Last time I tried to drop a line there, it nearly killed me.
What do you mean? Some kind of creature?
Not sure what it is. Some sort of devilfish. Size of a man, at least, and that's no fisherman's lie. That thing's meaner than a fat woman in a bread line. I'd stay clear of it if I were you.
I'm a Legionnaire. Is there anything I can do to help?
Not sure why you'd want to tangle with that thing, but if you can put it down, I'd be happy as a fly in the outhouse. Of course, I need proof it was dead. One of its teeth should do the trick.
Where can I find this creature?
Head east out of town and look for a pond to the south. That's where you'll find the beast. Here, take some of my secret bait with you. When you find the pond, toss it in the water. The smell seemed to draw it out last time. You're still alive? Maybe you're tougher than you look. Is the lousy beast dead?
It's dead. Here's one of its teeth.
Well, call me a Krug-loving mule. I can't believe it. I'm guessing you'll be wanting that reward, then.
You obviously need the coin, Jakob. I only ask you speak kindly of the Legion in the future.
Truly? Maybe you Legionnaires aren't so bad after all. You and me should go fishing sometime.
I'll leave you to your work.
Right. See you around.
Good you've come. I was beginning to fear my sister was too late, and you were killed or taken by the others.
I'm alive and still free. Do you know of any others who escaped?
You weren't the only one who escaped the slaughter at the estate, but the others were soon recaptured or slain.
Please, tell me more. Time may be short.
I offer you this. A key that will open the prisoners' cages. If you hurry, they might still be saved.
I need to know more about you before I agree to this. How can I trust you?
I have not lured you into a trap. Is that not evidence of my good intent? But if you insist, my name is Leona, and I have goals that are not shared by my kinsman. Is that sufficient? Or shall we dicker about as the flames grow hot?
Very well. I'll accept your gift. And if it turns out to be genuine, you'll have my thanks.
I am pleased to see I was right about you. Go now. It would be better if I were elsewhere. Perhaps we'll speak again after this affair is finished.
It seems the Dark Sister smiles on us. She has brought the last of the wayward children to us.
Release your prisoners and leave in peace, and I'll spare your lives.
Ha! You are a bold one, but I'm afraid not. I fear my employer far more than I fear you, little Legionnaire. But now that you are here, you have saved us the trouble of hunting you down.
Thank you. Are you a Legionnaire too? I knew them. Wasn't sure you'd find me here, though. At least not in time.
What was that witch planning to do to you?
I don't know. At first I thought she was going to question me. I told her she wouldn't get any secrets out of me, but she just laughed. And then she and her friends lit that bonfire. If you hadn't gotten here when you did, I think she meant to burn me alive.
Do you know if anyone else made it out of the estate?
Just the man in the other cage. We haven't had the chance to speak much.
So you're descendant from the old Legion too?
Yes. My name's Armand Dublanc, grandson of Crespin Dublanc. He died in Stonebridge 30 years ago before I was born. Our family had an estate in the farmlands, south of the city. We hid there for a long time, but Jane Cassinda found us. She killed my parents, my brother and sister too.
How did you end up here?
I got captured at the estate. When the others ran, I stayed behind to protect some injured men. I killed a few mercenaries, but they must have knocked me out and carried me here.
That was a noble sacrifice you made. You might have been killed.
Yes, well, someone had to do it.
We need to get you out of here. You should be safe to head back to the chapter house.
Guess I owe you one. All right, I'll meet you at the chapter house. And be careful.
Help! Over here! Is it true? You're with the Legion? After what they told me, I feared I might be the last. But were you at the estate? How did you get out?
Giscard survived as well. Neither of us would have gotten out alone.
Good old Martin. His father died with mine in the Mournweald. If we live through this and rebuild the Legion, he'd make a fine Grandmaster.
What else do you know about Giscard?
He fought in the wars. Doesn't talk about it much. I'm not even sure which side he took, but it must have been the Royals. Surely not the Church, or the mockery it's become in the hands of Jane Cassinda.
It sounds like you missed the gathering too. Tell me what happened.
I arrived late. Some sort of trouble's brewing in the south. Another battle between Jane Cassinda and the Royals, I expect. Delayed me a bit. When I got to Raven's Rill, the Liscanzi were already here. I didn't really plan on raising a fuss, thought I'd just head for the estate. Then I caught sight of a man fleeing the town, with his little boy in tow. They didn't even see the Liscanzi behind them.
The Legion was sworn to protect the people of Ebb, even at grave personal risk.
I can practically hear Odo gnashing his teeth. Another idealist. Now I've got two of them. Anyway, idealism saved my life. If I hadn't helped that man and his child, I probably would have died at the estate with all the rest.
Are you from a Legion family?
Sorry, I should have introduced myself properly. I'm Lucas. Montbaron.
You're the son of Hugh Montbaron? So the estate that burned down, that was yours?
My family's estate, not mine. I had no love for that place. No real memories of it either. Better that it's gone. We ought to put that part of our past behind us.
Odo and Martin are waiting. They sent me to find survivors.
I knew Odo would get out alive. The old man's a survivor, I'll give him that. But lead on. I'll follow close.
You certainly handled that with more aplomb than I expected. Bravo, my dear. Now then, since you've accomplished your goals, I wonder if you wouldn't be willing to do me a favor.
You helped me. Returning the favor is the least I could do.
Lovely. It's so nice when one's faith in people is rewarded. I have come into possession of a key that opens the gates of Gunderic Manor. I need a bright, clever girl to go in ahead of me and make it safe. So naturally, I thought of you, my dear.
All right. Give me the key. I'll go look into it.
Wonderful. Such generosity deserves an immediate reward, so I'll tell you what I know of those who hunt you. The attack on the Montbaron estate. Liscanzi mercenaries did the bulk of the fighting, but their leader was a woman named Rejani.
That's not much to go on. Can you tell me anything about her?
I do not know who she is, or perhaps what she is more apropos, but she has great wealth behind her. She hired half the Leskansi clans in southern Ebb and marched them here to stop you, to stop the Legion from being reborn. You might be interested to learn that she has bivouacked herself in the town hall. If you desire vengeance, that is where you should go.
I appreciate your candor. That information will be very useful.
Information is only the barest glimpse of what I offer. Ours could be a very profitable friendship, if you give me Gondorek Manor. Here then, take the key. I will see you again after the manor's current residents have been evicted. That door leads back to the forest. May the Dark Sister go with you, and the faithful Hound guard your path.
There you are. I wanted to thank you for trusting me, in spite of my Leskansi blood.
Where will you go now?
I will return to my family. My sister still has many plans that will require my distinctive talents. I do hope to see you again soon, but for now,
Hear that? Trouble coming. Lots of large fellows with swords, I'd say.
The mercenaries are returning from Raven's Rill. They are looking for you, I think.
I can deal with them easily enough.
Then I wish you good fortune. Faithful Hound protect you, and perhaps we shall meet again.
One more down.